Is this Whoopi Goldberg's first time at the rodeo? Let's take a deep dive, y'all. Let's talk. What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of J Topics. All right, y'all, look, here we are. It is officially Black History Month. Oh yeah, Black History Month, where we as African Americans, we as people of color, we celebrate the contributions of Black people, not only in America, but all over the world. And I would like to officially say to all of you, happy Black History Month. Okay, as you guys know, or if you don't know, let me bring you up to speed. Whoopi Goldberg has been suspended for 2 weeks from The View. The subject was surrounding, the Jewish community and the Holocaust. And Whoopi Goldberg, sitting at the table with the rest of the ladies, they were like, kind of going back and forth like they normally do. And Whoopi Goldberg says, no. The Holocaust has nothing to do with race. It was never about race. And like, honestly, you could literally see the other ladies at that table feeling very uncomfortable in that moment right now. You could even tell that they were, I would dare say tepidly, they were trying to say, Whoopi, listen to what you're saying, without actually saying that to her. And they were kind of trying to, intervene a little bit and say, no, Whoopi, that's not true. It is the truth. You missed the point. The Holocaust had nothing to do with race. It was about evil versus humanity. And watching that clip, I'm sitting there going like, Whoopi, what the entire hell are you talking about? The Holocaust was absolutely about race. And I'm like, Whoopi, what were you thinking when you said that? Like seriously. And I began to get a little mad at Whoopi, because I'm like, Whoopi, you cannot do that. You as an African American can never make that type of statement. It's just like saying to an African American, like saying it to us, well, no. It's not Black Lives Matter. It's all lives matter. Y'all remember that in the very beginning, when the Black Lives Matter movement began, you had people of other races, and even some of us, Black people, saying that, no, it's all lives matter. It's not Black Lives Matter. No, it's Black lives. We're specifically talking about Black lives and how we are treated in this country, especially by the police. So it was always about Black lives. So that's how I felt that Whoopi was just, approaching that subject, saying that the Holocaust had nothing to do with race, when it is absolutely well documented that the Holocaust was about race. And Hitler did not like the Jewish community because of their race. And I'm just like, Whoopi, how old are you? Isn't Whoopi like, I don't know what, 66 or 67? And I don't understand how that specific thing got past her, and how she does not recognize the Jewish community as a race of people. I don't understand that, And then later, I think it was like maybe that following day or something, or maybe that evening, she doubled down on her comments with this nonsense by going on the Stephen Colbert show. And even Stephen, once again, trying to throw her a lifeline, say, Whoopi. No, he's trying to guide her, and she doubled down on all of her statements then. It was just, y'all, honestly, it was just very frustrating to watch. Well, I wanted to do maybe a little deep dive on Whoopi Goldberg, okay? And how this honestly is not her first time making, without lack of a better term, dumbass statements and dumbass moves like that. Let's go way back to 1993. That was during the time when she was dating Ted Danson. Y'all know Ted Danson. He was from the hit television show Cheers. Remember that show? Cheers, where everybody knows your name. They were dating for almost 2 years. And it was Whoopi Goldberg's idea to take Ted Danson to the Friars Club roast, which is a yearly thing that usually comedians, they all come together. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's for charity or something like that. But I know they pick one particular person and then they just roast them. But it was Whoopi Goldberg's idea for Ted Danson to put on blackface. Now, I'm not making Ted Danson a victim because Ted Danson clearly agreed to this, okay? That was his woman at the time. And they both, I guess, thought it was funny, because of what Whoopi Goldberg asked them to do, to go and complete blackface. And he got on that podium and, and I guess did his little comedy shtick. And and Whoopi was just, she was just laughing along and she thought it was just so funny. And I'll never forget the backlash that he and Whoopi Goldberg got because of that. Ted Danson almost lost his career because of that. And thank God for both of them, we did not have social media back then, okay? Social media as we know it today was not even thought of. Can you imagine in 2022, if a white actor were to put on blackface and do a whole comedy shtick? They literally would be run out of Hollywood. They would just be run out of the industry, okay? So you had that whole situation. So let's fast forward to, the time when Whoopi Goldberg decided to defend our former NFL player, Michael Vick. Y'all remember Michael Vick with that whole dog situation and that whole horrendous thing with the animal abuse and how if you dare stomach it, only if you can stomach reading that transcript from court about how he did those dogs, y'all, it was so heart-wrenching and honestly, it was so bad, I really wish I had never read it. It was that bad. I probably, in this country's history, probably the worst case of dog abuse I had ever read. It will literally bring you to tears, especially if you are an animal lover like I am. I've had animals since I was 5 years old, and it bothered me deeply. I really wish I had not read it, but anyway. So Whoopi Goldberg on The View, I take that back. It was not on The View. I believe she was out somewhere and the paparazzi asked her a question. Or maybe it was on The View. Oh, y'all, I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, Whoopi Goldberg makes this statement saying, well, it's different. Michael Vick, he's a Southerner. And that's what Southerners do. Down south, dogs are sport for them. And this is what they do to dogs. And I'm like, Whoopi, what are you talking about? You cannot speak for all people down south and say that's a Southern thing, that Southerners abuse their animals. Whoopi? I just don't understand. What is her logic sometimes when she gets on these things? Okay, let's move a little forward in the timeline with Whoopi. Let's try when Bill Cosby was accused of the whole, drugging women and raping women, okay, doing that whole thing. It probably at the beginning when the thing first started. And of course, there were heated debates all over the place talking about, Bill Cosby and what he had done to women. Y'all, if you don't know how I feel about Bill Cosby, look at some of my old videos. I have been very upfront and very forward in telling you how I knew way back then, way back before anybody else did, that Bill Cosby was an actual rapist. I said it then and I'll say it now. Well, anywho, they're once again sitting around the table at The View. Roman Polanski, the French film director, his name comes up. They're talking about his whole situation, how he fled the United States for a rape case back in 1977 with a underage girl, then 13 years old. And Whoopi Goldberg, she goes into this whole thing saying, well, what he did to her back then wasn't considered rape. You know, it was different. Rape. This actually came out of Whoopi's mouth. Y'all, look. I don't understand. I don't get it. Again, I don't get it. But do you understand and do you see the trend here with Whoopi? I'm not saying that Whoopi is a bad person, but something in her head is just not clicking. It's not. But anyway, let's move on forward to today. What I was talking about at the very beginning of this subject. You know what? Let me say this. I'm a huge Whoopi Goldberg fan. I really am. I've loved Whoopi Goldberg since before she was ever in The Color Purple. You know, when she did her, her stand-up routines, when she would play the pretend like she was a white girl with the long, she would put like a jacket or a t-shirt on her head, pretending it was long blonde hair, and she would do that whole routine. And of course, Steven Spielberg, who is of the Jewish community, pretty much put her on the map and gave her her first big break. Okay? I mean, for Christ's sake, her stage name is Goldberg, But anyway, I brought up all of those examples just to say this. Do I feel that Whoopi Goldberg is a racist? No, I don't. Do I feel that Whoopi Goldberg had any malice or hatred in her heart towards the Jewish community? Absolutely not. Whoopi Goldberg has been in this industry for a very long time. She has long, deep relationships with people who happen to be of the Jewish community. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's going on? I don't know. Whoopi Goldberg almost reminds you of that real cool aunt or uncle in your family. They mean well, but they just get to talking and jabbing. And once they get real excited and they get real heated, there's no talking them down. Because I'm telling y'all really need to go watch that clip. Those ladies at that table, they were literally trying to stop Whoopi. They were like saying, Whoopi, you might want to stop, Whoopi. Whoopi, you're doing too much. And it was like the more they tried to stop her, the more combative and really kind of angry that she got. And the fact that she doubled down on it on the Stephen Colbert show was even worse. So anyway, like I said, y'all, Whoopi Goldberg, she has been suspended. Hopefully that's enough. I don't want Whoopi Goldberg to get fired. Now as far as her being suspended, I don't know. I guess ABC probably felt that they had to do something, because right now ABC, they are really feeling the heat from the Jewish community about this whole thing. Some people are all out calling for her to be fired. I know Whoopi Goldberg should not be fired. I think Whoopi Goldberg just made yet another dumbass comment and without really thinking it all the way through, like she has often done in the past. Like I just gave you guys some clear, documented examples of. And I really feel that that's all that is. Her heart is good, but sometimes her heart and her head, they're not always on the same page, if you know what I mean. So you guys, let me know what you think. I mean, do you feel that Whoopi Goldberg was wrong? Do you feel that ABC was wrong for giving her 2 weeks? I know some of y'all are even pissed off at ABC, saying that she should quit the show. No, Whoopi Goldberg should not quit the show. You have to respect the network. If the network is feeling heat, they're saying, let's let this thing cool off. Let's give Whoopi a couple weeks. She'll come back. She still has her job, and everybody's fine. So guys, the network has to do something. They just cannot let this ride, okay? And for the record, people have actually gotten fired for less than what Whoopi Goldberg has said. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Okay, anyway, guys, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And hopefully we can keep this subject going. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at jaisworld.tv. That's jaisworld.tv. jaisworldtv on Instagram, and I'll holler at you later. Peace.